Hello everyone, I am Lummy and I did promise you a new series, so here it is. The game is called Dungeon Defenders, and if you're brand new to the series, this is an action RPG tower defense game. There is local play, so you can play two players with your brother, sister, friend, family, whatever. You can also play up to 4 players on the same console, which is fantastic, because not many games do that anymore. So as you can see, you do start out in a tavern. You can customize your character, the colors, not the appearance so much, until you get later in the game with accessories. That'll get explained more as I get there, as will everything else, because it's going to be kind of a slow start. I am going to cut and skip and fast forward as I play to make it a more enjoyable video for you. So I'm just going to actually start right now. The first level is Deeper Well. It's just an intro level. There's nothing super fun about it, but I like it. It's simple, and the map layout is actually quite nice. You can see by the red dots on the map, those are where enemies spawn. These are the spawn points. Now, the only exception to this rule are spiders, djinns, wyverns, and the sharken that are on Aquanos actually follow that rule. The ones that don't, as I previously had said, which would be spiders, djinns, and wyverns. And actually I forgot one, goblin copters. Though they don't come out of these. You will see them on this tactical map though, so it's not completely of a surprise, but they do not have lines coming to show you where they're going to come from. It's not too much of a guess. If you have a good setup, you're going to be fine, and you shouldn't worry. So, the defenses I've summoned are spike blockades. These are the basic tower that you get, and here are the stats. I'm kind of jumping around, but you should understand. Hero health governs how much maximum health you have. Hero damage governs how much damage you do. Hero speed ultimately governs how fast you go, but as you get later into the game you don't need points into it, and I don't recommend you do. Hero casting rate governs how fast you can repair or upgrade. Defense health, defense damage, defense area of effect, and defense attack rate are self-explanatory, as they do pretty much what they say. If you want me to go into more of an in-depth view of them and explain them more, if you're new to the series, just drop a comment below. I do read them, and I will incorporate as much as I can. I'll do my best, anyhow. With leveling up, you get points to spend, and as you get higher and higher, you get more points to spend. I believe up to, I think it's 5 per level. It may be more. Don't quote me on that. The max level for Dungeon Defenders, which was brought into a patch, is now 100. It originally went into increments, and the original level cap was level 70. Then they brought it up to, I believe, 83, and then it was, I believe it was 3 times. It was 83, 90, and then they went to 100. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. It's one or the other. It may have been just 83 then to 100, but it was introduced in patches. So as long as you have internet, which you should if you're going to download the game, you can get all the content and the patches, which you will need, because there are some pretty good bug fixes that fix bugs and stuff. If you're gonna get the game, I recommend waiting for a sale for the Game of the Year edition. Otherwise, you can get the DLC without the sale, but it's gonna be quite costly. I believe now it's gonna cost you up to about $60 US to get the base game and all the DLC with it. The DLC is 100% worth it if you're really into this sort of thing. but it's ultimately up to you and what your financial standpoint is at, because $60 plus is quite a bit, actually. I mean, it's a brand new game, pretty much, for like PS4 and Xbox One. The levels or the waves for these beginning levels are rather short, and they do go by fast, but when you get later into levels, they do get longer, and certain maps just take much longer than others do. As you can see, I actually did unlock a new defense. It's the Bouncer Blockade. It's 4 defense units, but it's actually the better. If you're going to compare blockades, you're going to want to go with the Bouncer instead of the Spike. It has more health, more damage, and just in general, it's a much better tool for killing with, honestly. Tower placement is actually key in this game. You can't really just spam towers and, expect to get away with it. Because, well, I mean, if I could place towers like halfway across the map and still kill everything, I totally would. Because why not? But the way they have the system for the pathing is great. The maps, all of them, I would argue, are really well designed in their own special way. I mean, a lot of people hate Sky Love. We'll get to that later. It's a hard challenge. The map is beautiful. I do like it a lot, actually. Couldn't say that word more, can I? Actually. Your towers aren't going to be too strong when you start out. They should do enough damage, though, to get you through the waves. The later ones are probably going to be more troublesome, but shouldn't be too bad. Now, end of wave bonuses are categorized. There's 2 of them that you can get when you're a builder, and there's, I believe, 3 that you can get when you're just DPSing and not building towers. And then you have bonuses like DU is capped out. Not getting hit is actually a significant bonus because that's a 1.2 multiplier, which affects at the very end of the wave, I believe. Have to find out. It's been a while since I've played Dungeon Defenders. And this enemy is taking quite a bit to kill. Ooh, where's the other one? Destroying my bouncer. Naughty archer. The only reason my defenses are dying so quick is because I am on hard mode and I really don't have that great of stats. I find that grinding isn't that much of a chore up to about 90. Past that, it becomes really tedious and long. But when you're going through the beginning levels, getting to 74 is not a problem, and it actually will take you about, I want to say 8 hours, probably less. Probably less if you're pretty good at going through levels. And honestly, this game is much better with a friend if you kind of know what you're doing. The game is all about exploring and doing what you want, because following cookie cutter builds isn't much of a challenge. I am probably gonna fast forward through this next part and possibly the next level or 2 just to get this series rolling and going before I put this episode out. Enjoy.